Hello viewer, welcome to the electric neuron. So we are continuing the previous lecture. So in this lectures we are going to see the SC sources in case of the RL, combination of RL, combination of LC circuit. Okay, so let's get started our video. So see here in the RL series circuit, so there are two elements, resistance and inductance are two elements connected in the series connection with the voltage sources. This voltage sources is AC voltage sources, that is Vm sin omega t with the current flowing across this inductor and the resistance. So for voltage across the resistance, that is VR, and voltage across the inductance, that is VL. VL is L divided by dt, VR is equal to I into R. I into V, okay, sorry, I into R. By KVL equation only here, this voltage source is equal to VR plus VL, or here VR angle 0. How it will be angle 0? Because of these, the current waveform and voltage waveform are in phase with each other. That's why the voltage angle with the current is 0. Okay. So for voltage across the inductor, the angle is 90 degree. How? Because of this, the inductor, in case of inductor, the current will be lag the voltage by 90 degrees. That's why we are taking the positive 90 as our angle. Okay. So voltage V is equal to I across this into the impedance, total impedance across this element, two element. Okay. So total impedance is equal to R plus jXL, or that is Z. Okay. So I into Z is equal to I into R, that is VR, or J IXL, the reactance across the inductor, that is XL. So multiplication of XL with the I will get BL. Okay. So total voltage is equal to VR plus VL here, or Z is equal to R plus JXL. So for power triangle, the base quantity is voltage across the resistance, the perpendicular element is voltage across the inductance, and the hypotenuse is total voltage. Okay, or hypotenuse is resultant voltage, or theta is the voltage or current angle between voltage and current. Okay, so VR is the IR and VL is the IXL and V is the I into Z. Okay, so this is the voltage triangle, or V is equal to root over of VR square plus VL square, or theta is equal to this theta, that is tan inverse VL divided by VR. Okay, tan inverse VL divided by VR is your theta. Or if we look at to our impedance triangle, then in the base we take resistance, in the perpendicular we take capacitive reactance or inductive reactance, or in the resultant we take the total impedance, that is Z. So Z is equal to R square plus XL square. Now see here, theta is equal to tan inverse XL divided by R. Okay, if we take the power triangle of what? Power. Okay, so then active power is in the base side, reactive power is in the perpendicular direction, and apparent power is in the resultant direction. So apparent power is equal to root over of active power square plus reactive power square, or that is theta, angle between the active power and apparent power, that is tan inverse reactive power divided by active power. Okay. So the specification of P is active power or true power or real power or average power or effective power, whatever you say. Okay. And the QL, that is the reactive power, that is the reactive power, or inductive reactive power, or VAR, that is volt ampere reactive, or S is the apparent power or complex power or volt ampere. The unit is volt ampere. See, the active power unit is watt, reactive power unit is volt ampere reactive, apparent power unit is volt ampere. So power is equal to Vt into It or Vm sin omega t plus theta plus Im sin omega t, okay, or average power is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi integration of 0 to 2 pi Pt into d omega t, or that is average power is equal to Vm Im divided by 2 cos theta, or Vm divided by root 2 Im divided by root 2 cos theta. So here Vm divided by root 2 is Vrms, Im divided by root 2 is Irms, or cos theta as it is. So Vrms Irms is equal to V and I. So Vi cos theta is our answer. So power factor is equal to cos theta, that is Vr divided by V, or R divided by Z, or P divided by S. If we take the power triangle, then P divided by S, or if we take the impedance triangle, then R divided by Z. If we take the voltage triangle, then VR divided by V. Okay. So note here we always take voltage almost constant. To define nature of the power factor for any combination of the network voltage phasor is taken as the reference, since source voltage is constant, that's why. Okay. And in the practical system, load are connected in parallel and load voltage is remain constant. So in the power factor angle indicate position of the current and the phasor with respect to the voltage phasor. Okay. And power factor define contribution of resistance load in the total load of the system. And in the practical system, always high power factor is desirable. So average power is equal to, you can also write, that is P is equal to I square R is equal to V into I cos theta, or inductive power, that is, or reactive power QL is equal to I square XL, that is equal to VI sin theta. So please remember that two formula also, that active power is equal to Vi cos theta and reactive power is equal to Vi sin theta. So active power is in case of the resistance and reactive power is in case of the inductance, and apparent power is the total impedance multiplication with the current square. So S is equal to I square into Z or Vi conjugate. Okay. So here we are taking the conjugate because of the conjugate sign indicate the number of clockwise or anti-clockwise direction movement. Okay. Now come to the example. The conjugate is taken for the correct measurement of angle. So for our measurement of angle, how much degree it will lead or lag, we take the conjugate. Okay. So let V is equal to 10 40 degree or I is equal to 5 10 degree. So S is equal to Vi. We cannot take S is equal to Vi because if here not conjugate is there, we can take the S is equal to Vi conjugate. Okay. So here the voltage magnitude will be same, but the angle will not be same because of the conjugate is not there. So here the conjugate is there, so that's why our answer is perfect in this case. See, in the first case S is equal to 10 40 degree with the 5 15 degree. Okay. So 14 plus 15 is to 55 degrees, so it is not correct in our actual practical case. Okay. So here 40 and for conjugate, this conjugate, that means 5 minus 15 degree. If we take the conjugate of that I, then we will get 5 into angle minus 15 degree. So 40 minus 15 degree is 25. So after multiplying 10 into 5, that we will get 50 into angle 25 degree. So after taking the conjugate, we will get angle is our 25, but in this case 55 degrees. So it is not correct. Okay. Now see the AC circuit in the resistance and capacitance element. See, this is the voltage sources and it is the resistance and capacitance. So voltage across the resistance is VR and voltage across the capacitance is BC. So by applying the KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, V total voltage is equal to voltage across the resistance plus voltage across the capacitance. So here voltage across the resistance angle is 0 because of the voltage on phase with the current is in phase with each other. But in case of the capacitance, the voltage is lagging the current by 90 degree. That's why we are taking minus 90 degree here. Okay, or Iz V is equal to I into Z, or VR is equal to I into R, or Vc is equal to minus J I XC. Okay, or Z is equal to R minus J XC. Why we take the minus term? Because of the capacitance effect here, we take the minus term. Okay, or the waveform of the voltage triangle, that is we are taking the VR here and Vc is lagging and the resultant is V. Like that, voltage is equal to root over of voltage across the resistance square plus voltage across the capacitance square, or theta angle between the voltage across the resistance and total voltage is tan inverse Vc divided by Vr. Okay, or if we take the impedance triangle of this capacitance and resistance element, then resistance in the base case on the perpendicular Xc and in the resultant Z. So Z is equal to R square plus Xc square, and theta is equal to tan inverse Xc divided by R minus of Xc divided by R. If we take the power triangle, then active power is in the base and reactive power is in the perpendicular, and in the resultant, that is apparent power, S is equal to I square into Z, P is equal to I square into R, and reactive power, that is Qc is equal to I square into Xc. So apparent power is equal to root over of active power square plus reactive power square, and theta is equal to angle between the active power and the this. Okay, that is tan inverse reactive power divided by active power. So here power factor will get Vr divided by R is from the voltage triangle, R divided by Z from the impedance triangle, and P divided by S from the power triangle. Here current is leading with respect to the voltage by 90 degree, but in case of the inductance and capacitance, it is depend upon the value of inductance and capacitance. Okay, now see one question related to this resistance and inductance. Find the voltage across the inductor of the circuit shown in figure. So this is the circuit which contain the 20 volt from the peak to peak value, and the value of the resistance is 2 volt, and inductance value of the resistance, not it is the voltage across the resistance, that is 2 volt given, and the inductance is connected like this. So we know the total voltage is equal to root over of voltage across the resistance square plus voltage across the inductance square. So total voltage, that is 20 volt is given. So for RMS value 10 divided by what, root 2, and root over of Vr, that voltage across the resistance is 2 volt, 2 volt square plus Vl, voltage across the inductance. So after taking this root over side to this side, then you will get 100 divided by 2, 4 square, 2 square is 4 plus Vl square. So Vl square is equal to 46, or Vl is equal to root over of 40. Okay. So how it will form? See, this is the 20 volt is given. So how it will form? Is it our 10 divided by root 2? Because if we are taking RMS value, na, this is the sinusoidal frequency. For positive half cycle it is 10, and for negative half cycle it is 10. Okay, so we are taking V maximum as our V maximum into 10. So Vrms is equal to this maximum divided by root 2, that is 10 divided by root 2. So here put 10 divided by root 2 and calculate, then you will get VL is equal to voltage across the inductor is equal to root over of 46. Now come to the another question. It is asking about to finding the circuit element for a given voltage and the current equation. So the voltage equation Vt is equal to 9 sin t plus 45 degree, and It is equal to current equation 3 sin t minus 45 degree. Okay, so here Vt is given and It is given, and voltage is lead by the 45 degree. See, this is the positive, so that's why it is lead, and here negative, that's why it is lag, current lag. Okay, and it is voltage lead by 45, current lag by 45. So see this picture, this is the current lag by this is the current lag by the 45 degree, and this is the voltage lead by the 45 degree. So overall angle is 45 into 45 plus 45 is 90 degree. Okay, so only in the inductor current is lead by the exactly 90 degree, such that the circuit network element is inductor in nature. Okay, so XL is equal to V divided by L, that is RMS value. So for RMS value, the 9 divided by root 2 is our RMS voltage, and 9 divided by this is 3. So 3 divided by root 2 is the RMS current. So 9 divided by root 2 divided by root 3 divided by root 2. After calculating this, you will get 3 is our XL. Okay, so XL is 3, then omega L is equal to 3. So the value of omega is here 1. So 1 into L is equal to 3. So L is equal to 3 Henry. So the circuit element is inductance, and the value of inductance is 3 Henry. Okay, it is clear to you. Now see another question. It is asking about finding the circuit element for the given voltage and current equation. So this voltage and current equation are given. Vt is equal to 9C 2t plus 60, and It is equal to 3 sin t plus 30 degree. So here see, in this case the angle are given, but omega t value is different, the frequency value is different, here 2t and here t. So by using the above voltage and current equation, it is not possible to design the circuit since frequency of voltage and current are unequals. That's why we are not able to calculate the what type of element is there, and how much the value of that element is there. So due to frequency mismatch, here we are not able to calculate all those things. Now see another question, finding the angle of the source's voltage with respect to VL. So this is the voltage source is given, and resistance value 10 ohm with the inductance value 17.3, inductive reactance value 17.32 ohm is given, and the voltage across the inductance will be VL. Okay, so it is asking about to finding the angle of the source voltage. So now see, this is the power triangle, this is the voltage triangle VR. We are taking as a reference I current. Okay, so here the VL, voltage across the inductor, will be lead. This is lead by the 90 degree, and total voltage is V. So V is equal to VR square plus VL square ka root over, and theta is equal to tan inverse XL divided by R. By observing the impedance triangle or tan inverse, the XL is equal to 17.32 and R is equal to 10. See here, XL is given, R is given. So put here, then theta will get 60 degree. But 60 degree is our not answer. It is asking about to find the angle of the source voltage with respect to the VL. So source voltage is this and VL is this. So angle between that two terms. So not when phasor rotate in the clockwise direction, sign of the angle is taken as a negative. So that's why see, this is the 60 degree theta and it is the 90 degree. So for total 180 degree we require 130 degree, this 30 degree, and for 90 degree clockwise rotation, this is from the VL, okay, VL to VR, then we take the minus term. So our answer is minus 30 degree. Okay, let's see another question. Find ammeter reading and the power factor of the network shown. So this is the one network, and Vt is given, and here also Vt is given. Its frequency is 1 and omega is also 1 for this sources. For this sources frequency is 2 and omega is 2. For this sources, this is the DC case. Okay, so 5 volt is given, here frequency is equal to 0, and the ammeter will be connected in the series with the resistance and inductance. So and the value of V1t is given, that is 10 sin t, and V2t is equal to 10 root over 5 sin 2t. So whenever multiple frequencies are connected, then at 4 total output responses voltage sources is activated and other are remain short circuited. Okay, so here XL is equal to omega L in the V1 if we take the these sources only. Okay, so XL is equal to omega 1 L, so omega 1 value is 1 and L value is 1. Okay, see, L value is 1 and we are short circuiting this and short circuiting this. Okay, then you will get this. So Z1 is equal to root over of R square plus XL square. So R value is given, XL value is given, then we will get Z1 is equal to root over of 2. Like that, I1 is equal to V1 divided by Z1. So V1 value is 10 sin omega t. So we are taking RMS of 10, that is 10 divided by root 2 divided by Z1 is root 2. So overall answer is 5 ampere, that is I1. Like that, I2, XL in the second case, that is omega 2 into L. So omega 2 is 2 and L is 1, so multiplication of 2 into 1 is 2, and Z2 is equal to root over of XL square plus R square, that is 2 square plus 1 square is equal to root over of 5. So after putting this in this equation, then we will get 10 divided by root 2 as I2. If we take this voltage sources, DC voltage sources, then I3 is equal to V3 divided by R. So V3 is 5 voltage, R is 1 ohm. So 5 divided by 1 is 1, that is 5. Okay. So for resultant current, I is equal to root over of I1 square plus I2 square plus I3 square. So I is equal to root over of 5 square plus 10 divided by root 2 square plus 5 square. Then you will get I is equal to 10 ampere, and power factor is equal to cos theta divided by cos theta is equal to P divided by S. When multiple frequency present in the power factor is obtained by the power, that is power factor is equal to cos theta, that is P divided by S, and I square R divided by the P value is I square R and S value is VI, and cos theta is equal to I square R divided by V. Here I will get cancelled, then I square R divided by V. Okay. So voltage is equal to V1 square, V2 square, V3 square ka root over, then V1 is 10 divided by root 3 ka square, and V2 is, see here, 10 root over of 5 is given. So 10 root over of 5 divided by root 2 square plus V3, that is 5. This is DC voltage sources. So after calculating, then you will get 325 root over of, and R is given 1 ohm, I is 10 ampere. So cos theta is equal to Ri divided by root over of 325. So after calculating this, 10 divided by root over of 325 we will get. Okay. So this is our power factor, and this is the voltage, and this is the current. Okay. So all those things are here. So for today, that's it. Thank you for watching.